Okay. Thank you very much. I will wear this proudly at my next protest because I like the colors. It goes with my colors. Because this government's pissed me off enough to where I'm ready to go to jail for it. So it's all good. Won't do it here because it's not worth it here.
Yeah. It's too small.
There's no movement here worth, going to jail for. No action here that's worthy of going to jail for. And these people really aren't big enough for me to be messing with. I need to mess with the government. That's it. Anyways, so back to my story. Where was I? We were protesting that next morning. That's where I started. We found people in the park. Whoop, whoop. So this is a day, there was no real we had the Robin Hood Tax Act, which is the reason we were there. That's about taxing 0.01% of the stockbroker's exchange market every transaction during the day. And that would provide billions of dollars in education funds and for healthcare system. And that's the reason they want to do that, right? Well, of course, everybody doesn't want that, right? So the big dogs are bucking. And so they had about 5,000 people in their front door protesting the Robin, saying how good the Robin Hood tax had. Okay, so remember, I brought you up to the scene that we're at this nurse protest that we weren't supposed to be at anyways because the California Nurses Association are the ones putting it on. They used Occupy pretty much as a dog and puppet show, to come and help boost up their protests. That's why they paid for our buses to be there, to make their protests look like so many people were involved. That's what happened. That's the truth. I fell sucker to it like everybody else, but hey, they paid my way to this NATO process, so I'm good. I had fun doing it. So, so we hit this bad boy, and Nancy goes like, I mean, if you were to think that an occupier was a fucking terrorist-looking motherfucker, she looked terrorist. She had this bandana wrapped around her head and her face, so her face couldn't be seen. And she held this sign saying, California Nursing Association are union busters. Oh, that's the only way I forgot. Are union busters. Right there in their protest. She sat down, posted all her 99% flags around her, and sat there with that sign with her big Oregon Nurse Association pin, which we all wore, by the way. Our big nurse, and Patrick wore a nurse's dress with a pin for them, and with his big snow boots and his big pink goggles, and he was rocking them, man. It was awesome, dude. And he was live streaming that way, and everybody, Chicago is not ready for fucking Eugene protesters or Portland protesters, because we dress funny, to them, they think we're crazy. I didn't realize that. I did not realize how the nation really truly feels about hippies until I went to Chicago. Because they just looked at us like, what the fuck is wrong? I took my shirt off because it was hot, man. And I looked around, I'm like, wow, there's really nobody whose shirt's off except us from Oregon. It's humid. Hot and humid. So we took our shirts off. We're like, yeah, get some suntan, We're kicking it. And we met the local people, and I asked this one chick there, I'm like, do guys not normally take their shirt off around here? And she's like, no. I went, something's wrong here. I mean, from that point I did nothing but talk doo-doo about Chicago, but we'll tell you that later. So Nancy, go back to Nancy sitting there, right? And while I was on my trip, someone gave me a gas mask. They wanted to make sure that I had enough protection while I was there because it's going to be intense, and they knew it. So they gave me a fully operational military service gas mask with like 2 or 3 different sets of filters to go with it, which is phenomenal. Thank you very much. I can't say who gave it to me, but thank you anyways. So I was sitting there in front of her. I put the mask there to accent it, because we're there about everything, and so we're just trying to, dude, so many news reporters and agencies came up, took pictures, and when they read her sign, got up even closer and took a picture of the California Nursing Association, our union busters. And we were screaming that. When we first marched in, before she did that, all of us were screaming, what was it? We were screaming, Terry. Pretty much screaming in their faces that they were union busters. And the people that were there had no idea what we were talking about because there was probably only 20 people out of that whole group that was probably from the CNA, California Nursing Association. I mean, okay, I'll maybe say 100 out of the 5,000. 100. They were kind of operational type people. But that's it, okay? And they were not very good at that as it was. Regardless of that, so we got through that, and we marched. After that, we marched all the way down with 5,000 people for our first day there. and marched all the way through all the stuff, through the town. Everybody let us go through, no big deal, marched all the way back to square, and then we dispersed. And I thought, oh, that was kind of cool, because, you know, it was cool, everybody screaming, marching. I learned some new, different marches and stuff, songs, and it was cool. But I was kind of like, that's weird that we just came back here and just dispersed, because I thought protesting was like not doing what the man told us to do, right? So that was weird. So we all break up, and all of a sudden, I go down to the park, and I'm like, so what's going on? What's next? And everybody around me just smiles. I'm like, what's up? You know what I mean? They're like, first we thought you were a cop. I went, what? And they're like, but then when you talk to Swede, and Swede knows you, and we don't think you're a cop no more. So come here. And I'm like, look, we're all going to meet here, here, and here. I don't remember the exact location because we met in so many different places at so many different times to march. It was crazy. But all of a sudden, not 5,000, it was only like 1,000 of us. 1,000 of us only. And it was all occupiers. No nurse association, just occupiers, all from Portland and Eugene and New York and Chicago and Oakland.
Sweet was got you in?
Yeah. With the Oakland crew. That's why they didn't know me.
Okay.
But you know, I dressed a little conservative, so you know, that's how it was. The rest of the weekend I wore shorts, no shirt, because I was protesting. Like, you guys are fat, you don't wear no shirt. So anyways, don't look at me like that.
Oh no, I was just thinking you were wearing shorts in the rain, because I remember when I was watching that.
Because it was warm rain.
Really?
It was warm rain. It's not like here. And it's horrible rain because it stinks. You can smell the pollution. It's nasty. There's like hardly any trees there, and it sucks the soul from you. All the energy, everything out of you, your life out of you. That's why I couldn't. By the time I left, I was so ready to leave. I was holding on to trees, I swear to God. They were looking at me funny, and I was saying, yes, I'm a tree hugger, leave me alone. I was just trying to get some energy back because I was so drained, like emotionally.
Yo, can I occupy?
No, you need to go away, actually. You came over here, yeah, you came over and made that fucking mess, dude. That was fucked up. You said you wanted to paint a poster, and you fucking got paint all over the pavement, and then you turned around and you dumped all my paint all over that whiteboard and made a big fucking mess. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Well, we can fill the tank, so it's only up again.
Yeah, well, it wasn't fucking cool that you did that shit.
So anyway, I was fucking protesting, and we went out and met up, and it was just, the cops didn't, this was an illegal protest. We did not have a permit. This is how we protest. And we marched around the town to let them know we were there. And we were talking about NATO. We had, and one of my favorites was 1, fuck Obama. 2, fuck Obama. 3, Obama is a fucking traitor. 1, and just screaming that in front of Obama's campaign headquarters was just phenomenal. And I know some people love Obama still, but I'm sorry, he's a traitor. Anyways,
it didn't make the news.
Black.
What do you mean it didn't make the news?
It didn't. Nobody said the news. Nobody's giving fuck Obama on our news.
It's making the news here if you just shut the fuck up.
They edit it for TV movies. They only show you what they want to show you.
I know.
Do I have to teach you?
I know.
That's why, if you want to see the real shit, go watch live stream, because that's live. And that's all recorded online, and you can watch every bit of what I'm talking about.
Okay, Obi wants to be in the video. Here, there he is. There's Ob.
I don't want to be in the video.
I want to be in the video. Hi.
Alright, so just the...
Oh, that was Mocha, by the way.
Just the solidarity, the unity of all the occupiers coming together and marching. The police didn't know what to do. They were right around their bikes, and they had bikes, horses, cars. I took pictures of some live stream of some trippy trucks that they had to, like, they were going to paint spot us with scents so the dogs can smell us out. If they think you're an organizer, they'll hit you with the paintball with a scent. And then when their dogs are walking by, when you're walking around, they have dogs at different stations, like I said, all over the fucking place because there was cops everywhere. And if they scented you, they would arrest you. And that's because they're trying to get the organizers away. I mean, how easy to break down an organization. What?
Is that like one of those guys when they pulled him into the crowd of the police and beat him down? Because I saw them do that.
No, that's just targeting. That's called targeting.
That was dumb.
That's the same aspect, but in a different way. Like, he was already been profiled as streaming right now. Let's go fucking protest. You know, let's get it fucking done. Erica's like, I'm going to bed. You guys have fun. Peace. We're taking off. You know. Then all of a sudden, I get a call. I said, Terrell speaking. And they said, this is the Terrell speaking. And then they said, this is the front desk. We need to have you guys change rooms. And I'm like, excuse me? She goes, yeah, I made a mistake by putting you in 1103. We need to move you somewhere else. I went, oh.
Pay for our shit for free.
So I'm thinking automatically that the cops told him to move us to a certain room that was probably bugged.
Yeah, or
to figure out what was going on with what we were planning, okay? So I'm all up in arms. And I'm like, well, and so I automatically go in defensive mode, counterintelligence, and I say, well, you know I'm going to have to scan the room for bugs now. I said, you can't just change the room in the middle of this. I mean, this is a really nice hotel. You just don't do that.
Yeah.
It just does not happen. So I acted the ignorant, like, oh my God, how could you? You know what I mean?
Not whatever. That should happen. Go ahead.
No.
Maybe you're right.
No, I ran it the way I needed to.
Okay.
Because most people there have security with them.
Okay.
Okay, at this time. So I'm just following suit.
You're following procedure. There you go.
I'm saying I have to search it because I'm just as worried about having my room bugged as anybody else would be during this time.
So there you go.
You know what I mean?
My bad.
So he says, he goes, well, I totally understand that if you'd like to come down and talk about it, we could do that. I said, I'll be right there. So I go downstairs. Nancy's taking a shower. I'm not going to jump out, let her make her jump out of the shower right now so we can pack all our shit. So I walk downstairs, and he's like, I'm so sorry. So you can understand my concern. He goes, I totally understand your concern. I'm new here. I didn't know that they were going to have work on that floor, is what he told me, right? And I'm still just like, whatever. I said, it's okay, so give me the room so I can go check it out. I said, it's going to take me a little while, so you're going to have to wait until I check it all before I'm going to move everybody up there. He said, no, that's fine. And what changed it all for me from being really kind of paranoid about what's going on is he let me choose whether I wanted to go higher or lower.
Well, okay.
Okay, so he wasn't telling me...
Like, you have to get to that room.
Yeah, in a certain room. He was just telling, okay, you want to be higher or lower? I said the highest we could possibly be. So he gave us the 19th floor. This is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, think about banner drops. Hello! Hampton Inn, downtown Chicago. Banner drops. It was awesome. 99% flying.
Fuck yeah.
On a really 1% hotel. It was sick. It was awesome. People were like, woo! So anyways, I went to the room and I literally did check everything. To be honest with you, I scanned that whole freaking room. I turned the furniture upside the doors. I really didn't trust him whatsoever. Even though he let me pick, I was just like, they might have had I mean, it was so intense there. If you saw as many cops as I did, on every corner there was like 8 or 9 cops, or Homeland Security, or Secret Service, or fucking DHS, or the sheriffs, the state police. I mean, everywhere there was fucking cops. I couldn't hit a street without seeing a cop.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it was just fuck. If I was on acid, I would have been tripping. You know what I mean?
Or what is that Drugstore Cowboy, right? When they all come in?
Yeah, it's just insane. So
that's crazy.
We hit that bad boy, right? So I was like, it's cool, man. Nancy's flipping out about them changing us. Oh, see, they've been using this hotel chain for her husband who works. Use them all the time. So they've got a membership card and all this, so they're all like, she's like, oh no, and she calls her husband up and she's screaming at him and he's like, oh fuck that, It was cool. Everybody, but I went down there and handled it, so I came back, I'm like, we're gonna go ahead and move. We're not gonna fight this, because everything's cool in there. Dude, I even peeled on the lamps, the fuzz on the bottom, I peeled that back. Okay, I'm not playing, I scanned this whole room, man, and I didn't play, I didn't care what they thought. I turned everything upside down. Turned the beds upside down. When they got into the room, Patrick and they came up, everything was kind of like, you know what I mean? Because I quickly kind of put it back together. But I got it done like 15, 20 minutes, had them up there. So we're like, screw, okay, we're all done. So Patrick and I are about going out. Well, then Erica's not feeling well. Patrick, by that time, slowing down because it's taken so long. But Nancy, because she had taken a shower, says, I'm ready to go. Let's go, Terry. So I go live streaming with Nancy, and we're walking. There have been some people arrested on some false charges. Now what they're charged with is possession of bomb-making equipment and terrorism. Is what they're charged with. And what they found was, a beer distillery being used to fill bottles from Montauk cocktails.
Yeah, my dad told me about that.
Okay, yeah, I remember
that.
Now check this out though. The same people that they raided the house for on that, 3 days before, put live across all the nation cops' brutality on individual people, and I think it was on a girl or something. It was horrible. I mean, just absolutely sickening to watch the fucking thing.
That's our U.S.
Okay?
cops doing that.
And so they blasted it straight on. They didn't even wait. They just put it right on live stream, put it all over the internet, pissed the whole world off at the Chicago police, and 3 days later, all of a sudden, these kids get this fucking charge. And there was probably beer distilling equipment there, but I think they added a little gasoline part to it. Okay, I mean, come on. At this point, this is ridiculous.
Does he know you're recording?
Yeah, does he know you're recording?
So,
you know he's recording, right?
yeah, I can see that.
That's fine.
It's all right, because then he can get it out and I don't have to tell it twice.
That's fine, yeah.
You know what I mean? This is once and everybody hears
he knows
it.
what's going on.
And while they're excited, it's the best way to get it, because you get all the emotions with it. So Nancy and I hit Boot Scoot and say, we're going down to the jail to protest the jail, because there's some people down hanging out there. We're going to go join them in solidarity and fucking let our people go. And it's our first night there. We're like, fuck it, we'll rock it from now on. And we did, too, the rest of the time, but I'll tell you the rest of it. So we're marching around, so we go to the cop. We're like, hey, where's the jail at? Oh, by the way, you're being recorded.
Yeah, by the way, yeah.
And Nancy's like sporting Occupy all over, you know what I mean? I've got my free manning on me, you know, and I got this video on them, and they're just looking at us like, uh-huh. So like, yeah, you got to go down there. It's blah, blah, blah street. So I'm like, Nancy gives me her phone. I hook it up on the GPS. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm like, I'm talking shit. We're screaming, whose streets? Our streets. Her and I alone in Chicago, like at 1 o'clock in the morning. We don't know where we're at, mind you. So the story's really going to get good here pretty soon. So we get down, it's the jail. It's not the jail, the like one of the many thousand of police stations that they have. Okay,
there's a little processing spot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got it busted.
They got, you know, they sent us to one of those, not the jail. So we go up to the front. We're like, hey, is this where the jail is? He's like, no. He said, what are you guys looking for? We're like, well, we're looking where there'll probably be a lot of protesters. There's some people, you know, we're telling the truth, you know. And he smiles and he's like, oh, okay, I understand. He goes, well, go around that building because they're probably on the other side over there. There's a bunch of people over there. So I think that's might be what you guys are looking for, right? We're like, sweet, dude, thanks. So we go all around this building, and there's fucking nothing but cop cars.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh fuck, and I'm like, Nancy, let's go.
That's what they want to get there.
Let's get out of here. This is a trap,
Sir,
man.
can you come over here, please?
So then, you know, we try to get on this
hell no.
GPS, which neither of us really know. It's not really a GPS. It's one of those phone navigator type things. It really sucks because downtown Chicago, the cops or feds or whoever have black zones where your things would go black. Like if you watched anything I was recording, suddenly you couldn't see anything. You could hear us, but you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, well, yeah. Right.
One of the times is because I caught the security guard sleeping at the Fed building in his box. I was like, watch this, guys. You know what I mean? He come out, hey, you can't record. Blink. Everything goes black. Yeah. And so it happened many times. Anyways, so we get to we're trying to follow this thing. We end up like almost to Harlem. Downtown, you know, ghetto, Harlem. You've all heard of Harlem before, right? Let's just say two white people pretty much looking like, you know, conservative white people walking down Harlem at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Cash on a spot to fucking sleep that night.
Yeah. Not a good idea. So I'm live streaming, but I'm starting to check my situation.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch because they don't want shit.
Yeah, you know.
Getting high.
So people are walking by, and I'm dropping the camera down, going, "What's up, brother?" You know what I mean? And they're like, cool. Yeah. Because they see I'm respect. And I'm like, hey, I'm recording. Is that cool with you? And they'd be like, we don't care. I say, hey, man, can you hold a sign? Can you say you're 99%ers? Yeah. They're like, we are 99%ers. I'm like, yeah.
You gotta be careful because...
Yeah, exactly. But we're being loud, obnoxious. Like I said, we're close to Harlem. So Nancy decides she wants to do an arson installation right there on the sidewalk at 2 in the morning, like I said, by Harlem, right? So we're sitting there, and I'm starting to look around because we're standing still, and I'm like, Nancy, where are we? I'm like, Nancy, I think we're in Harlem.
Yeah, we're there.
And one of my guys on my live stream goes, not quite yet, but pretty close. I'm like, we probably shouldn't be just standing around here,
especially
Nancy.
with that, because that's just...
And she's like, she turned around and says, well, that's almost racial, don't you think? I went, Nancy, we're two white people in Harlem. I'm sorry. I would attack us. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would do it. You're a target. We're targets, you know. And the cops don't give anything about us. They're busy right now.
They don't show up, do they?
No.
Two white people? Come on, man.
Chicago?
Come on.
Right. Well, I was in Philadelphia. The cops almost left me there in an 18-wheeler. Go ahead.
So anyways, Nancy and I started boot scooting. We're still having fun, screaming, and we're just being goofballs. Just having a good time. We just got off a bus for 2 days. You know, we're stretching.
Yeah.
And we probably hiked, I don't know, 7 miles. You watched it, didn't you?
Yeah.
We probably did like 7 miles and walking around, just talking, getting people to hold 99%, just laughing and getting the cops' reactions as us walking by them. You're being recorded.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
So then we get in and I don't know, we get in trouble because Patrick heard us screaming down because it's echoing off the buildings. Because there's no like, it's all buildings. There's no like trees or green or.
There was a bush.
I had to bring my
There was a bush.
Tent. My tent and probably just come back.
Was there a bush? Is that what
Can't
you
put
said?
up a tent.
Yes.
No.
Hey, bush.
We
Well,
hang
yeah,
out
but that
here.
doesn't stop.
That's how we do it. So anyways, remember before I forget where I'm at, because I want to do it all in order.
You're in freaking Harlem.
Freaking Harlem, dude. So on my way, we get back to the hotel. Patrick's screaming at us, whose streets? He's doing the answer when he hears us screaming, whose? He's going, our streets, on the 19th floor of the Hampton Inn at 2:30 in the or 3 o'clock in the morning by now.
That's awesome.
Because it took us like an hour, a half hour, an hour to get back
It
there.
took about 2.5 hours because that's how long the Lime Street was.
Yeah, it was freaking just.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Nancy's this older nurse, RN, it's like skinny as a bone.
Okay.
You know, just sweet as hell. You know,
Right.
it's just cool as fuck.
Okay.
It's trying to get us killed by being so nice. You know what I mean? Anyways, sorry about the cussing. I'm going to do it because I'm excited.
Sorry about the French.
Yeah, parlez-vous français? So we get back. Patrick, I guess, was doing that. So we get in there, and I run up there real quick, and I'm like, oh, we're going to sneak up on them. They're sleeping, you know. And they were sleeping. They were watching my live stream the whole time, laughing their ass off. Because that's how he knew we were out walking the building. He thought he could hear us outside. He saw we were screaming that. So he started responding. Well, security comes up. Because Eric wants to go out smoking or something, so I go live. I don't remember why I went back outside. But
Because she wanted to sneak up on Erica.
oh yeah, because Eric went down to smoke. So she wanted me to, I was going to go creep up on her. I said, we're going to go find Erica. You know, like the Australian dude. I was getting a goofball, I was tired. By the time we got back up, we found out security came up and complained that the people around us could hear, of course, Patrick screaming out the window at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yelling.
And you don't do that at the Hampton Inn.
You don't do that.
You just don't do it. No matter how much privileged ass people are there.
Or it's cool. You gotta go out there.
We didn't. We're like, cool, it's no problem. We had made friends with the security guard by then so much that he was like, I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only 3
The
o'clock.
black one?
Yeah. So you would think. So let me get. So we're like, okay, we're tired. You know, let's just crash out. We got a lot of protesting to do in the morning, right? So we go to sleep at 3:30, 4, whatever time it was in the morning. Wake up at like 7:30. Bam! Like, it's light outside. Let's go. And we got on our shoes, we got on our signs, and we put our thing and went looking for the protests. We didn't know where we were going. There was no communications yet until we started talking. Of course, we figured our own communication network, but at that point, we didn't know where we were going. We finally found the park, found people, tied in with people I already knew from other protests, like Occupy Congress and then the Portland one. So it was awesome, you know. And people that we had split up from the bus were there also, so we tied in with them, got the numbers, and got on the Occupy Tech network, you know, whatever you call it, Selly. Yeah. Got on that, so we got the updates because we did flash mob protesting. It was fucking sick because they didn't know how, but all of a sudden, 1,000 people would show up in like an hour, or less than an hour. 1,000 people would be on a block and start marching. And it was just phenomenal. That was the normal marches, but on our big march, the NATO march, they said there was between 10 and 15,000 people. I don't know what they're saying on this side of the coast. All I can tell you, dude, is I saw an aerial shot of this march.
I saw an aerial shot of it too.
It was like 5 city blocks long. And I'm talking about
That's nice.
metro city, not these little things you call blocks here. I'm talking like quarter-mile blocks. Is that what you think they are?
Yeah.
I mean, you would probably know better than I.
Yeah, they're pretty good size.
And so, I mean, so many new chants, so many different things that I know to say now, because we sang it all. We sang this one, Adi Capitalista, something like that, that we all danced to. We'd all dance like this in the streets, and to see 5,000, 10,000 people doing this dance and just being goofy in the middle of the street, dude.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? I can't even tell you. I haven't even hardly slept, and I'm still this pumped up. And it was a 2-day trip back, and I'm still just like, I had to take care of people on the way back. That's why I couldn't sleep. But that's another story.
Well, when you get a chance, Google it to find out what you were saying.
He said, Google
Just
it.
shut the fuck up, Obi.
He said,
Can I have a cigarette from someone? I still haven't got